Dear Aurora, it has been about a month since you first left our hometown. Things for me have already gone downhill since you first left. The saddest part was when you left me. Factories have been opening up around lately, and my family's business has been depleting. I think once our shop finally has to close down, I'll have to get a job in a factory and support my family. I'm hoping to save enough money so I can see you again. Sincerely, Mason Dunleavy. Dear Aurora, I've started to work in one of the textile industries. I work 14-16 hours a day, 6 days a week, for little to no pay, only $1.25 per day. To make matters worse, the conditions inside the factories are terrible. I saw another accident today. A friend of mine, who wasn't working to his best, got attacked by the manager. It was a horrible sight, as I could remember him being thrown to the ground and attacked. I was watching shock as she was pulled out. She just sat there, she just cried. However, even with these accidents, there are deaths around here, as machine accidents are also a reason. Diseases and the tight spaces of children like me are worked very hard, and many are forced to continue working even with their fragile bodies being worn out by the large machinery. I only stay to help my family, for the work is steady and we are in need of all income.
Everything has been going grand over here. My parents have been able to acquire a factory in the hopes of establishing a prominent textile industry. There's this new machinery called the cotton gin. Production of cotton and fabric could be much faster because of it. Things are just going splendidly. We were given a huge portion of land to start us off. The first electric lamp has also been made, but it's kind of a rare sight over here and is a tad bit expensive. I've been exploring my parents' new factory. It's a little crowded and I see people of color. Boy, do they interest me, but it looks as if they're forced to work harder than everyone else. I'm sorry for not writing any sooner. I've just been so busy over here in America. Yours truly, Aurora Evans.
Dear Aurora, it's been so good to hear you again. Life has only gotten harder since the last time I wrote to you. I'm always exhausted from work, and yet I still make an effort to improve my education to the best of my ability, so that I can quit my job here and make more money somewhere else. It's been anxious having to know that if I could spur out any minute. I had heard of a rebellion. They are called the Luddites. They're fighting because of low wages. I honestly don't know what else could happen here in the factory that I work in, but please, just think and pray for me.
Dear Mason, I have heard news of the official end to organized Luddism in Britain. It is hard to get news from Britain to America so soon, but I heard wind of this, and I can say that I am much relieved to hear from your latest letter that you and your family and your work have been spared. In other news, Father's business has been going strong, and though we in America seem to still be behind British advancements, the demand for heavier fabric has caused the growth of this industry. Other industries have experienced growth as well, and the high demand of these products creates a need for more workers in these cities. We have had many people move into the adjacent buildings, and still more have moved from the rural communities. I can only hope this growth and success continues, as I feel we are entering a time of great innovation. Meanwhile, tell me more about this steam locomotive I've caught wind of. I hear that steam power has become so popular in England, and with this improvement, I imagine it will become a major source of power. I cannot wait until these exciting new inventions come to America. Sincerely, Aurora.
Dear Aurora, in response to your last letter, steam power is a huge source of power, not only for locomotives, but for many factories and machinery. As of late, I found a new job in the manufacturing industry, making parts from iron ore. The work is more dangerous, but I'm making a bit more money now. My sister is ill, and I fear it is one of the rampant city-borne diseases, like typhus, cholera, or tuberculosis. We need all the money we can get. I have become my family's caretaker in wake of the death of my parents to these bloody diseases. And as it is my responsibility, I'll not let my sister be taken from us as well.
Dear Mason, I am distressed to hear this news, and please know that you and your sister are in my prayers. I have sent money to you in the hopes that it will help you with your sister. I know you do not need nor want my charity, but it is just as an act of friendship, not pity. All of this news from you is a shock to me. My parents only talk about the beneficial aspects of industrialization, and it is only these benefits that I have experienced. Yet, because of your letters, I now begin to see here, in my own city, the horrible effects of factory life for the workers. I have not told my parents yet, but I have been studying the practices of law. I know that as a woman, I will have less power and influence, but what I have read astonishes me. Our factory conditions are less than satisfactory, and yet there are no laws about factory safety or regulations to follow. I must talk to my parents about improving these conditions, because I do fear that this blatant disregard for workers' safety will only grow and be a factor in all industries. The idea of profit is far more important to these people than the lives of lowly workers. Sincerely, Aurora Evans.
Dear Mason, it has been 8 months and I have not heard from you. As you have always written me back promptly, I have this feeling of dread that some harm has befallen you. I hope that you have only been busy with taking care of the family and have not had the time to write me back. But please, do respond to put to rest an old friend's fears. Sincerely, Aurora Evans.
Dear Aurora Evans, I regret to say that it is not Mason who will be responding to your previous letter. Instead, it will be me, Mason's sister Jessie. We did in fact receive both of your letters, but Mason only saw the first. I am so deeply sorry to tell you that Mason has passed in a dreadful accident. The horrible conditions in his new job and the lack of safety mechanisms contributed to this freak accident. The money you sent was put to good use, and we were able to keep my other sister alive. We find ourselves in a dire situation, and the rest of the money Mason made will be used to come to America. We cannot stay here. Once again, I am sorry to be the bringer of such bad news. Sincerely, Jezebel.